Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 178. Let's kick it off. Even though there's not a lot of questions this week, but at least this one won't be as rushed. Gunnar has a couple of questions to kick things off. One, what do you think about the new Monarch support? I hate it. Although it is interesting that there's a track which has the same effects as the original 6, but yeah. Considering that I despise Monarchs, I hate that they're getting more support. It's such a fucking annoying deck that has enough support as it is. And it's just annoying enough as it is to play against. They don't deserve new support. It just annoys me when decks that I hate get more support. I suppose I feel like I should explain why I hate Monarch so much, even though I already did. When I did that 6-part series of videos on my hated decks, although it's been not 6 years ago, 3 years since I did that video now. But yeah, the reason why I hate Monarch so much is because it's a cheap, easy win deck full of cheap win boss monsters that get rid of something I have just like that with no effort. Alright, yes, they need to be tribute summoned to get these effects off, but that doesn't matter considering they have multiple ways to shit out tribute fodder. It may not be my number one hated deck, but it's still my longest running one, which has been a thorn in my side since the mid-2000s. I mean, yes, there's decks that are a lot worse, but that doesn't make me hate Monarchs even less. Yeah, and I don't mean any disrespect to Monarch players or fans of Monarchs, but I just can't stand them, and it just annoys me when people give me shit for hating them and other decks that I hate. And I hate how they keep using bricking as a defense for annoying decks like Monarchs, Cosmo, and Herald, because bricking is irrelevant. It doesn't always happen. I mean, yeah, whenever it does, then they're easy to beat, but if they don't, then you're in for a bad time. Now I know, Monarch players and fans probably won't agree with anything I'm saying here, but here's the thing, do you have any idea how infuriating it is when the following situations happen? Zaborg popping either a boss monster that you actually worked hard for to get out onto the field, a battle floater, or a flip effect monster before you can use them. Mobius destroying your mirror forces and Sakuratsu armors, before you can use them, whether it's just for defensive purposes or trying to turn the tide of the duel. Grandmark doing the exact same thing, but for face downs. The same thing as the first two. For Stelos for game, whether it's its own effect burn you for game, or whether it's giving the card holder a cheap, easy win through end of match procedure. Rise spinning the top card of your deck, stopping you from drawing a new card. And then there's Gaius, one of my old arch nemesises, just being a cheap shot banish card. especially when it banishes either my Dark Magician or Elemental Hero the Shining, because I don't like being denied the Shining's second effect, and I don't like it when people use cards that stop me playing Dark Magician. Hence why I hate it when either the opponent banishes him or steals control of him from me. And then of course there's Gaius for game, whether it's banishing an opposing dark monster for game, or whether they have Gaius banish itself just to take that last cheap shot at the opponent's life points, which is a cheap, dirty, dishonourable and disrespectful way to win. It's basically a modern version of Ring of Destruction for game. And the Mega Monarch forms aren't much better. I mean, Domain is an auto win against anything with that needs the extra deck, which is most decks. And then there's the Monarch's Erupt, which just negates half a deck. I'm pretty sure that's the one that's basically skill drain, but for tribute summoned monsters. Or rather, it only applies while you control a tribute summoned monster. Yeah, like anyone who just questions my hatred for monarchs or gives me shit for hating them has no idea how much pain and suffering they put me through whenever the matchup came up. Yeah, that's why I hate monarchs so much, and why they're banned in Richician format, and why I'm just not happy that they're getting more support. Not that it really matters, considering I don't play current format anymore, but yeah. Sorry about going on a tangent about monarchs, but I just can't stand them. 2. What do you think about the psychic support? The psychic support, however, is pretty cool. I do like that. Just expanding them a bit more, allowing them to do a few more things, and I love that we have a searcher for emergency teleport. That's really cool. Although there is one card that I really don't like, and that's the new fusion, the Axon something, I forget the full name, which just does a mass banishing of cards. Like, that's just too harsh. I just need to look it up again. Yeah, absolute Axon kicker. If it's fusion summoned, pay 2,000 life points, banish all face-up cards the opponent controls. Okay, so it is only face-up, but even so, that's just really harsh and annoying. Yeah, I hate that. That could be a cheap, easy win card, just getting rid of them too easily, just like that. Yeah, fuck this card. And the last question is from John Cross. If Joey beat Marek in the duel, would Joey keep Ra? Well, yes. I mean, it was the Winged Dragon of Ra was Marek's rarest card, so yeah, of course Joey would keep it. Unless, of course, Yugi does beat him in the Battle City finals. I mean, it wouldn't do Joey much good, though, because he can't read the ancient chant. Now, that's in the card text. yeah, he'd have no way to be able to use it. So, yeah, either Yugi would just beat Joey in the finals and win Raw off him, or it's hard to say what would happen if Joey won. Although, in that duel they started near the end of season 3, it's implied that Joey did win, hence why he managed to get Red Eye's Black Dragon back. But I don't think Joey would keep hold of Ra, not for long anyway. I feel like he would, for whatever reason, pass it on to Yugi and Atem, so that Atem can use it to help him unlock the secrets of his past. Yeah, it would make sense in the long run, because yeah, it just wouldn't make sense for Joey to keep hold of Ra. Yeah, unless, of course, he was taught how to read it. On the other hand, though, he could possibly memorize it, because Marek did recite the ancient chant in his duel with Mai, so provided Joey remembers the words, he probably could. But then again, there is the matter of whether or not he would be able to control Ra. I mean, I know other duelists who've tried got hurt, but that was only because they were using fake copies. But because Joey would be using the real one, maybe he'd be okay? I don't know. Either way, one way or another, I just don't see Joey keeping Ra. And that is it for questions in this episode. Thanks a lot for your guys' questions. Very cool ones as always. And if you've got any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Tuesday afternoon or evening, UK time. So be sure to get your questions in before then, so that you don't miss out. Thanks again, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.